Hi, Nicole here, and welcome to another video. This is going to be a quick tip video, and it's all about removing those unwanted spots in your product photography. I'm going to show you how I do this in seconds in Lightroom. Here we go. Okay, so here I am in Lightroom. These are going to be the 7 images that I'm going to show you and demonstrate how to just remove a quick spot that you do not want in your product photography. Okay, so this image should look familiar if you watch the product photography DIY Lightbox video, and when I brought this into Lightroom, I noticed this little spot on the board. So my first step is I'm going to go into the develop mode, and over on this panel, this circle is called spot removal. And when you hover over it, it will show you spot removal. That's where we want to be. So I go over to the spot, and you can see the circle is way too big. So I am going to reduce the size. You want it slightly larger than the spot you want to remove. I'm simply scrolling on my mouse, or you can use your left and right brackets to change the size, or you can see on the drop down, there's also the size option that you can adjust for the size. But I'm simply going to go over to the spot, click, it's going to find the closest that may work. That looks good to me. I click done, the spot is gone. Okay, let's try another one. So here we have some product photography, and as you can see on the tablecloth, there's this spot here, and there's some texture. So as before, we saw some just white or gray background. This is actually showing some detail. I'm going to choose my spot removal, bring the circle over. It's too small from the other demonstration. I'm going to increase it. Not too big. I'm just going to go a little bit larger than the spot and click on it. Now it goes to automatically a spot up here, but you can see the line going across is disrupted. So I'm actually going to drag the circle to kind of match where it is. So then you have that line match. I'm going to click done, and there you go. You could also get rid of this little piece of string. I'm going to reduce the size. Let's see, that looks good to me. Okay, all right, on to our next image. I'm going to go a little bit smaller so it doesn't grab the hand. See, it grabbed the hand information. I'm just going to move that circle over. I'm going to decrease. This is another way you can decrease. You can hover to the side and get that little line. I can make it a bit smaller and move it over, and done. And if you click done and you're, that didn't look right, you can click on the spot removal again, click on that circle, and you can click delete, and it'll go away, and you can try again. All right, that looks great. But this piece of this hat in the background looks a bit distracting. So I'm going to choose my spot removal. I'm going to increase the size to around that size and click. Now it's bringing me all the way to this hat, which obviously is not going to work. So I'm just going to move the circle. And in this case, I'm going to decrease the circle a little bit and maybe stack, because this is a larger spot. I'm just going to stack it a little bit. Now my feather is at 84. You can decrease the feather if you'd like. The opacity, that's when you're really talking about how much you want to see behind, here's the spot. If you really wanted to kind of blend it more, but I'm typically at the 100% opacity. And when I click away as done, it looks a little too much like a circle. So I'm just going to go back into that same circle, and I'm going to reduce the size. And I might just have this at the top. Then I'm going to grab another circle, do another spot removal. I'm going to drag it over to maybe back into here again and blend that a little bit more. Let me see. Okay, that looks a little bit better to me. Now I'm noticing this red spot. I'm going to capture that, and it's almost there. I just need to bring this a little bit more to match it. And that looks pretty good. I'm actually going to go back into this one and just finesse it a little bit more. I'm going to feather it, because when I adjusted the feather, I think that adjusted. Okay, so of course your eye is here in the patch. You're not really seeing that spot as much anymore, and I think that looks great. Okay, so those are the 7 images that we tackled today for the spot removal process in Lightroom. Just takes a couple seconds. No longer do you need to go into Photoshop and try to remove those. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you soon.